should probably want to
stream? Jack, when's the last time you play on stream?
On stream? It's been a while.
Okay. I never
Probably
seen.
a year, maybe 2.
Oh, okay.
Jabril with the raise.
What?
Thanks, eh?
Yeah, I broke my leg in
Bunch of suited hands.
January of 24. What, you said what?
I said staying safe during all the
yeah.
fires and stuff.
And there's a flop. The nut straight for Francisco. Top set for Jabril. And bottom straight for Chris. A ridiculous setup flop.
I ended up getting 18 screws in my leg.
It's unlikely to go
I didn't walk for a year.
Chris's way, but
8 months. 8 months.
we'll see whether Francisco's nut straight can hold
Walking, it's been
against
a year, and
Jabril's top set.
Oh, January last year.
yeah.
Oh.
But I was in bed for 3 months.
Wow.
It's one of those crazy flops like you hear about. This would be really something if these players were deep. A couple of hours from now, they probably will be, but starting with some shorter stacks, as is often the case at the beginning of the stream.
I'm all in.
Raise from Francisco. Jabril shoves.
How much?
It's on me first.
Oh, okay.
All in.
Chris shoves. What a dream for Francisco, at least so far.
All in.
Oh, man.
Everybody's all in.
Twice, guys?
It's up to you guys. It might be easier once just because it's multiple.
I do
but-
one
Okay, he wants
one time.
Anyway, so it's one time.
You got straight?
I have straight.
Motherfucker.
3-way. All in.
Pair the board.
Serious?
Pair the board.
Pair the board.
Pair the board.
Pair the board.
Chris is giving up and is rooting for Jabril.
One time. Pair the board.
One
Come on,
time.
punish Francisco. One time.
9-7.
I have no outs, so I'm rooting for you. Punish. Motherfucker. Jack.
That doesn't help.
Jack 7, 8,
Jack
9,
7, 8,
10.
9, 10. Jack 7, 8, 9, 10. Come
Do
on.
so hard.
Jack 7, 8, 9, 10.
Do so hard.
Jack 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on.
Chris, show one card. Good luck. Good luck. Come on.
I have no outs. What do you mean good luck? Jack, I don't have any
Do
outs.
so three space.
Motherfucker, Francisco. How do
3
you-
space.
Pair the board.
Pair the
the board one time.
10.
3 the space. 3 space.
And yes!
Yeah, the board does pair.
Let's go!
Tens full of nines for Jabril. Wins this three-way all-in. Chris loses, but he doesn't care. He knew he was toast against Francisco.
That's poker.
Jabril
2, 4,
gets Francisco. Ridiculous
Just count the
setup
money, man.
flop, and it goes Jabril's way.
Poker.
11, 225.
Okay, cover me. Yeah, you're welcome, buddy.
I'm going to take care of you. I'm gonna take care of you. I hope it comes to you.
You got it all.
13 to 25.
You got it.
Okay.
Dealer,
There you go.
that's for you. That's for you.
That's poker.
That's for you.
That's poker.
That's for you. And that's for you. All right?
What a tip.
That's poker.
Ace king suited for George. And he is dominating everyone in some respect except Luda.
Who's in for 5? Let's go. 5 ways. Okay.
Bottom 2 for Luda. And top pair for George and Mike. Potentially an action flop. Chris is mucking about with the joke hand and flops 57% equity against 4 opponents, 2 of whom should like their hands quite a lot. Yeah, just go ahead and raise here if you're Chris. You look like a psycho. So make sure to raise when you have it. What happens now? I don't know if Mike X just gets out of the way.
I'm hungry.
Weird spot, though, because he also has to worry about George behind him.
My hair. I shave. Oh, it's from somewhere else. Not the hair. Oh, this one. Okay.
Mike's going to call.
I'm all in.
And George shoves.
All you can eat, baby.
All you can eat, baby.
All in.
2 all in.
Quick shove from Chris as well. And Mike calls it off. 46K pot.
Twice. Twice is fine.
Okay.
You want to open?
Yeah, I'm gonna open this time.
Great spot for Chris. Does have to fade some cards, though.
I have one pair, though. I have ace king.
Okay, twice. I just want the first one. You guys can take the second.
Chris just wants half the spot.
First board and a queen on the second. That's all I want.
Mike, that's all you want?
Twice, right?
Yep.
Ooh, there's an ace for George.
What are you laughing at, Sashimi?
That's me.
Oh my god.
I appreciate you.
So Chris is going to win a side pot
hand,
here
George.
off of
Nice hand, George.
Mike on the first run out, but Mike X makes 2 pair. And so Chris loses twice.
What? Which up your money?
And we've got
Yeah.
a messy side pot situation
Hold on, let's
for Magic.
put. Let's each of us put the same amount in there.
Let me see how much you have.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
It's going to take a
Do you
second
know how to
to
do this, Matt?
count this down.
No, but do you want to
And
have
a great spot for Chris turns into a mess as one opponent hits 2 pair on the first run out, and the other opponent hits 2 pair on the second run out. Chris with
7.
a big pair, and he has seemed to be so tilted. See if he can get some action. Mike X just actually folds the 8-7 suited. She raised to 800 in the last hand. But George calls.
George, the number 1 in throw, 1925.
And flops 2 pair. Chris now a 2-1 dog.
The square.
1,300.
He bets pot. George just calls.
Oh, he used to have it.
You definitely see merits to raising there. Call also seems okay against a player as aggressive as Chris.
3,000?
One water, please.
You want this?
Raise 8,000.
8,000.
And now George bumps it up.
8 large.
Turn check raises are very strong. But there's so many draws
How much you have behind?
George could have.
A lot.
10.
For Chris, having the King of Hearts and the King of Spades is not great, but his hand is just still really strong. On a board with 2 flush draws. Not to mention some straight draws available. It's really just a question of how often George is going to be finding this raise with those kinds of
Let's go. Heads up.
draw type hands. And the river actually counterfeits George's 2 pair against Chris's over pair. So he's not, Chris is not going to be, well, actually it's on Chris and he's going to donk bet. Interesting. So George was counting out chips, which again we've seen him do in the past. He's doing that because he does not want to see a bet. He's counting out chips and preparing to bet out of position to slow his opponent down.
Man, I've been winning all night. Now I'm going to give it back to you.
Chris with a really good read on the situation to find this donk bet for 11,000.
He has to call.
And
2 pairs.
2 pairs.
Kings and 4s beats
Oh,
Queens
shit.
and 10s. Interesting decision for Chris on the river, and it pays off big time.
Man.
He wins this 42K pot. Raise from Chris.
Don't use your purple, so should be please.
3. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ah.
3 of you.
George
Two
has the
callers.
button back.
And a king for Francisco and Sashimi. 6 for Chris. Raise from Francisco. Sashimi cold calls.
Oh, you want to put the button back in there?
Interesting turn. Nut flush draw now for Chris to go with his pair of 6s. And Chris makes the nuts on the river. Top 2 for Francisco. This could get messy. 4,000 from the pro. Sashimi calls, and here comes a raise. And this is going to be confusing for Francisco because if Chris turned a flush draw, I believe he checked back the turn. Wouldn't more money have gone in on the turn, I guess is what I'm saying. There's the raise, 23,000 almost.
How much? 20.
22.7.
Francisco cuts out a call and understandably makes the call and loses a big, big pot to Chris. 60K.
That's the last race.
Amazing run out for Chris. Amazing river card, and he makes back a lot of what he
Losing,
lost
George.
earlier in the evening.